then the climb attitude, we're trimmed for the climb, so like, you're doing fantastic flying with just your fingers. That's exactly what I want to see. I think we probably talked about that the first time, right? So, okay, you remember things. This is going to be good. So flying with your fingers like that, because if you feel like you're adding too much pressure, then you need to retrim the airplane. And I'm going to show you what that looks like here in a few minutes once we level off over here. So as we get up to our altitude, we're going to go through this process of what we call leveling off. We can put the nose down more, we're going to fly faster, we can even eventually pull the power back, and we're going to see what that process looks like. So, like I said, attitude flying, what I do is I set the attitude first. Might have pressure on the controls and stuff, you can fix that in a second, but we set the attitude first, fly that, hold it, and then we reset. We'll see that happen here in a second. Alright, so there we are. We can level off a little bit sooner than that, so like we kind of bubble down. So I'm going to add a little bit of pressure forward. And I memorize this attitude here, so I don't know, 4 fingers from the horizon, right? And if I just let go, that'll keep coming up, so I have a little pressure here. Now I retrim. And I'm even going to pull the power back a scotch. Rain, rain, go away. So here we are. I just went through the process of trimming, which we'll talk about in a second, in earnest. And I set my attitude, and I'm just kind of like waiting to see what happens there. So I honestly like let go, and I see if it's coming up or going down. It's just barely coming up. That's just something you work at, little by little. You figure it out.
What does the trim do specifically?
Trim?
Yeah.
We're about to find out. Let's do a turn directly behind us, 180-degree turn. You can turn to the right. And then when we go into a turn, we lose a little bit of lift. That means there'll be just a, depending on how steep it is, just a little bit of pressure to maintain that altitude. You see how we're descending? So just a little bit of pressure to maintain that altitude. And again, all these things you can memorize by looking outside, especially like the lines on the cowling are very, very helpful. Wow, look at that god light. That is so cool. It almost makes you want to fly through it. Do you want to fly through it? Okay, go fly into the god light.
On the radio.
Yeah, I want to get a shot. I want to just like get a shot of vitamin D. There you go.
Open traffic, Smuggle Base 3, Quebec, taking off runway 4, right turn.
Pretty good exercise. Actually, I point for something and aim for something and fly there.